Hey LJ Village, it is LoveJewel here with you on Sweet Talk Tuesday. You know how we do it every Tuesday, where we talk about life, love, sex, marriage, and self-growth. Now today's title is Sex Crave. Let's get into it. There's not one person that doesn't crave to be touched, that doesn't want satisfaction. There's power in touch. It heals the body and it heals the mind. So it's natural to crave pleasure. We're in a world now where sex comes so easy. So easy that it is shallow now. The essence of it is lost. The art of it is lost. People don't feel, they don't have emotions. There's a lot of numbness when it comes to having real sexual experiences. Now, although sex is craved and pleasure is craved, is it needed? No. I know that sounds crazy, especially for me, because honestly, I am a very sexual person. I enjoy pleasure. I enjoy experiencing it with one person, It's not something that I feel that should be amongst multiple people at a time, and that's the world that we're in now. Everybody has so many options, and it's not sacred anymore. And I think I more so crave the sacredcy of it than anything. I want to be the one thing that someone desires, because that's rare. It's rare. Now I'm going to hit this from a few angles, and I want to kind of rewind it back to when I said that is sex needed, and I said no, it's not a necessity. Celibacy can be easy for you when you realize how valuable sex is. How important it is to be with someone that is at your same frequency level, so that the sexual experience is at the height that you want, because a lot of people, and excuse my language, they're not making love, they're just fucking. And when you leave that person, you feel empty. You could feel multiple emotions, and it's never a satisfying feeling. But if you're with somebody that's at your same frequency, and that person is vibrating high, you feel like you've walked away from that person with more love in you, more creativity, more energy, So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. But if you're celibate, there are so many other things that are satisfying. And I'm not talking about masturbation, but I'm just talking about finding things that you love to do and just falling in love with yourself. What do you like? How do you like to dress? Look pretty when you look in the mirror so that you're turned on by your own beauty. I believe that some of us don't even know our own body. And in your single season, it's a good time to just tap into you. Tap into what makes you climax, what positions do you like, get to know your body. Another angle I want to touch on is from a couple's perspective. If you're with someone, you have to make sure that your sexual desires are discussed up front. And I want to dig into this because a lot of times we don't do that. We don't tell somebody, oh, well, I like it rough. Or we don't tell somebody that, I like it quiet, or I like the lights on. Or, we don't express that we like talking during sex, or, hey, don't talk during sex. Those things are not discussed up front. So then we become dissatisfied with our experience with each other. And then we're quick to look for other outlets by cheating and, pornography and whatever else that comes about. So it is very important to tell your partner what it is you crave. If there's certain things that turn you on that they're not into, explain that. Explain that to them so that they can, accommodate you and what you like, and vice versa. You do the same for them, because we want sex to be fulfilling. We don't want it to be empty and meaningless. Now, I understand that that's not always a easy thing to relay to a mate, especially when y'all are used to doing things one particular way, or you have not expressed those feelings before. So it can come across as though you're bored or as though you're not satisfied. And that's not always the case, because when you love somebody, no matter what, if they're doing the extra or not, you still love them. But if you want to keep the passion and to have passionate experiences, you have to be equally yoked. And that means that I have to relay what it is I need and what I want from you, so that we can have a longevity experience with this love thing, because it all entwines. Just make sure that you're having the full experience that you deserve to have. You should be able to explore whatever freaky fantasy that you want to have with the person that you desire. Now, I want to head back in the direction of my singles. Masturbation is a normal thing. Now, I'm not going to say it's a good habit to have, but it's a normal thing, because we have flesh. We are flesh, and we're very visual. So when it comes to that, it takes away from our real experience when it comes to contact, because we're so used to toys or the excitement of visuals, that we are not present in the moments of our sexual experiences. Being new to the single life, and being able to sit back and watch the change in how people see sex is, crazy. I almost don't like it. Now, I do understand, how do you know what you want or who you like if you haven't tested it out and you haven't fulfilled all these desires up until you find who you want. I get it. Life is about experiences. But I don't like the fact that it's a lost art. Making love is a lost art. And social media has a lot to do with it. Music has a lot to do with it. Everything is on the phone, so people feel like it's in their hands, in their fingertips. They can have anybody they want. And however, I want you to trust the fact that you can have the sex that you crave and the love that you crave. And as long as you manifest it, it will come. The timing, no man knows, but it will come. And if you already have it, take care of it. Now, you know how we do. We drink our water, we meditate, and we tap into our strengths. May you have peace and good sex.